All right, good afternoon, everyone. We've got a beautiful setup today. This is the channel, United Currency Coins and Crypto, where we're going to end up going over fancy serial numbers, rare valuable coins, and also what you should have in your crypto portfolio as the dollar collapses, which of course it is already collapsing. Okay. Later on, we're going to end up going over the news as what we actually see and what you should be doing right now. All right, so we did a video previously on these types of bills. These are solid quads, but I've added a few of the new ones. So we're going to briefly go over what they are, how to identify them, and what they're worth. So what we have here is we have the fancy serial number digits 5, 8, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 1. Our solid quad is when we have one digit that repeats itself consecutively, touching 4 times. It has to be touching. If it's not touching and you had 3 sevens and a 1, it's not a solid quad at all. All right. You have 3 of a kind and nobody buys those. Okay. We have a double. We have a 6, 6, 6, 6 here with a 9. Touching the 6s and 9s together is very good. If you had a 3, 6, and 9 on that bill, it does make it a valuable bill. It's called a mathematical number. So you probably would get about $2 more for that. Okay. Now, another solid quad we basically have here is a 000052. Beautiful as well. The 8s and 9s and 0s do bring it up, but you also have to remember condition. Okay. We have a quad 4 here. Now, when it comes to condition, when you look at this bill here, this bill is in a good condition, right? This bill is in a better condition than most of them there right now. Okay. We have solid quads that are touching, which are 8s here. We have 4s here. We have a beautiful 3 set here right now. And we have probably one of the best ones I have with no blemishes at all. No cracks, no creases. This will get a 9 out of 10 by PMG. This is a quad 4 with zeros and a 7-2. 7-2 is a Jewish number, which is very good. Solid quad, which is 8, which are the binary numbers you want, and zeros. 8s, 9s, and zeros are good for binary. So this bill will probably get about $5 to $7 for it just because of those numbers there. Just because of those numbers. Okay? All right. Now, let's go over the newer bills that I basically have as well when it comes to the solid quads. I have a beautiful 4 set here. Very good, clean bill. There's really no blemishes with it. We have this one, which is in a bit of a bad condition. And we have the next one here, which is, well, looking pretty good. I do like this one here right now, as it's not a bad bill, but the condition of the bill is very good, but the numbers are low. Okay. Now, can you have solid quads as a trinary note? Yeah, you actually can. If I have 4 3s here and there was a 4 4 here and a 7 7, it would be a solid quad, but it would still be a trinary note. Can you have solid quads as a binary note? Yes. Yes, you actually can. If this was a 4 here and these were 3 4s here, it will be a solid quad binary note. And that would actually pick its value up an additional $20 depending on the amount of numbers or the types of numbers that are actually on that as well. Okay, so I'm going to pick this up so you can actually see all of the fancy serial numbers that I basically have here. We have beautiful 8s here, quad 4, quad 3, quad 8, another quad 4, quad zeros, quad 6s, and quad 7s. Okay, which is very, very important there. And for these, we have quad 0, 4, 1, and 5. Now, what are they worth? Well, I'm glad you asked. Let's go back to the main chart that we actually have, and we're looking for solid quads, not solid consecutive triples. So solid quads must be touching. The numbers you're looking for that are profitable are 0, 7, and 8. And it's worth between $4 and $20. So since we know that it's worth between $4 and $20 there, which are the definite numbers we actually want, we're going to go ahead and definitely check those out. So these are 4 pairs. These are solid quads right now. So $4 to $20. Now, I could sell all of this as a bulk set for all of these. I have 4 on each sheet. So this makes 4, 8, 12, and 13, 14, 15. If I decided to sell them for $5 a piece, I could do that and definitely make money off of it. Or I could basically just keep them and wait 50 years. The real value of American currency fancy serial numbers comes when you keep it long after 50 years. The reason why is we're moving to a digital currency, and a lot of this is actually considered art right now. That's what should be said. A lot of people are not saying that. These bills are considered art by many people and collectors because they hold their value, not because of the face value, but because that there are 96 million notes printed in a run. And that means that one serial number will be there for that run, and that's it. You're not going to have that number again unless they do another run. So when we have the digital currency coming, we're not going to have the American dollar anymore. These dollars will be a thing of the past. We're all going to have chips in our hands soon. So to have bills like this are great. To have bills that are rare is amazing. To have bills that are rarer and are fancy, trust me, will fetch a high dollar, because there are collectors out there like me that have a binder full of this. And trust me, we're keeping it to last it a long time, and you can use it as collateral against loans. Remember that. Fancy serial number collections can be used as values against loans. You bring this to a loan collector and say, hey, I have $6,000 of fancy serial numbers. They check it, they collect it, they grade it, they wrap it and say, hey, I'll give you a loan on $6,000. You pay it back. You got that. That's your collateral. Make money off of your money. United Currency, Coin and Crypto out.